Welcome to lesson 19. I hope you're doing well and are ready to move on to page 62, Did You Ever See a Lassie? And also to be reviewing or starting Listen to the Mockingbird on page 61. If you didn't get a chance to do it during the last 2 weeks, you will do it during these 2 weeks. So both of these start off with an incomplete measure, a pickup. And so you're going to make sure to figure that into your counting. So on Did You Ever See a Lassie, you will count 1 and 2 and before you start with did you, etc. So just be sure to give yourself a measure or a measure and a half of counting before you start any song or piece, because you want to establish that beat before you get started. Of course, when you're first learning the notes, you can just try to figure out those notes. But once you've got the notes under your fingers and you feel like you're ready to start playing it in time, then you want to give yourself a good count off. So for Did You Ever See a Lassie? I would probably count it 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 2. So I would do a good measure and a half of countdown before starting the piece so that I've really got a good sense of how fast or slow I'm going to go. Now maybe if you start counting and it's a little bit too fast, just stop yourself, go back and count it a little slower. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and. So it's more important that you're able to play consistently to the beat than it is that you play fast. Playing fast really isn't important. What's important is that you stay to a beat and you're able to play consistently. And the same with Listen to the Mockingbird. You're going to count off 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, or you may count a measure and a half, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and, etc. Giving yourself a good measure or measure and a half of the beat before you start is a great way to keep your time consistent. All right. Good luck. Have a great 2 weeks with these 2 pieces. You also might want to review The Irish Washerwoman during these 2 weeks, or any pieces that are earlier in this book that you like. It's always great to go back and review those and review any pages that you didn't feel like you quite mastered before. It's good to go back and review, and you will see when you go back and review that you've learned a lot since you started this book, and you're able to play things better, more consistently in time and with fewer hesitations, and you will find yourself remembering more of the notes. Be sure to make note of that. Note your progress. It's easy for your teacher to see your progress, but it's not always easy for us to see our own progress and to note that we're getting better. Things are getting easier for us and faster and sounding better. So be sure to acknowledge your progress. That's really important when you're doing something difficult like playing the piano. Okay, have a great 2 weeks, and I will see you for lesson 20. Bye.